We are learning more about the suspect charged with stabbing 4 University of Idaho students to death. Stores are doing their very best to keep their shelves stocked, although there are restrictions. You can only grab 2. We are here by the Zamboni. I mean, check this out. How cool is this? How confident are you that this is going to pass in the Senate? Did the parents give any indication that the students, their kids, knew the suspect, Brian Koberger? I'm trying to get Jeff to go on the Ferris wheel. Do you think he should go on it?
Well, he's too big.
Oh, he's too big for the Ferris wheel.
Are you having fun? I'm having so much fun.
I even brought my masterpiece to show you. Watch out, Picasso. And I decided to do my part too. Okay, here we go.
Major League Pickleball team.
Yeah, he jumped on the pickleball bandwagon. And you said you've been playing since you were 4 years old.
I have.
That's pretty amazing. I'm curious, how many hours per day do you practice?
Well, when I was younger in college, I did 6 to 10.
You still have a chance to come out. We're trying the best dessert here. This is from Creamy Days rolled ice cream. This is mud pie, lots of chocolatey goodness.
Emma, have some of this. Just go.
Every day is a party with Jeff.
You're embarrassing me, yes.
He definitely keeps us laughing. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We're all going to need some of these, right? The sun is out. We are feeling these hot temperatures. Time to go jump in the pool. This is just some of the tasty food that you can get at the Eastern Idaho State Fair.
You ever seen one of those before?
What's that?
You want here? Here. Try that.
Oh, this. Ow! What is that?
It's an electric shock pin. That'll break you.
That's so not cool.
That'll break you for going in my jug bag.
I get my steps in during the commercial breaks. You guys know this. I'm always cold. So I'm always doing lunges around the studio and power walking, and everyone laughs at me.
We got a workout show going on now. This is good.
Sorry, continue.
And we got her jumpsuit on. Let's get those steps in.
As COVID-19 protective measures like masking and social distancing are decreasing, we're seeing a rise in illnesses this winter, including RSV, which particularly impacts children. Now, I actually spoke with a local mother who recently lost her 16-month-old son to RSV and is now warning other parents of the dangers of this virus. One-year-old Odie was a normal, healthy kid. He loved cars, cats, and hanging out with his older brother.
Oh yeah, they played video games together. And balloons was his favorite. We had a balloon at least in this house every month.
But things changed this past December.
I think he had some fever a couple days.
Little Odie got sick. It seemed like just a cold.
Mainly just wanted to sleep and not eat so much because he really liked to eat. He'd like to eat his fries and stuff. He didn't really want to eat that.
Odie's mom, Jenna, took him to the hospital where he was diagnosed with respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV.
There's been a significant number of cases this year. It's been moving through the community fairly quickly.
Odie was in and out of the hospital for weeks.
We spent Christmas there. He didn't really get to open up his presents.
And then on January 5th, a parent's worst fear.
They let us out of the room and just let us know that's all we can do for him. Really.
The virus taking little Odie's life.
It kind of hit, but I still kind of wake up like, I think my baby's still at the hospital, hoping that I get a call that he's going to be better. And I forget that he's not going to come back.
Odie's mom sharing his story to caution parents and encourage them to stay vigilant. Doctors echoing the same message.
I think the biggest thing is prevention, washing hands. During times of the year like this, if you have a young baby, being very selective about where you go and avoiding big groups of people so that you're not exposed to it any more than you have to. If you have a family member or somebody who's sick and potentially coming to visit or things like that, ask them to wait until they're well before they come.
If your kids are sick, just keep them home. Let them rest. Let them get better.
Things Jenna hopes will help to prevent future tragedies as she remembers her balloon-loving boy. I'm Emma Benson reporting. It's very brave of Jenna for sharing their story. Well, they actually held a funeral for baby Odie last week, and there's a GoFundMe page to support the family. If you would like to donate, you can find the link to that on our website, to localnews8.com. It's been more than a week since 4 college students were found murdered in Moscow, Idaho. Roommates Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Xana's boyfriend, Ethan Chapin, were all close friends and members of Greek life on campus.
I still haven't fathomed it, really.
Sunday, November 13th, police responded to a 911 call of an unresponsive person and discovered the 4 victims stabbed to death in their beds. The community remains on edge as police say the suspect is still at large and they have not located a murder weapon.
We will continue to put all of our resources towards investigating and bringing this to a resolution.
Police releasing new details about the murder investigation during a press conference Sunday, saying that the 2 surviving roommates had slept through the attack and the 911 call was made from one of the roommates' cell phones, though police did not identify who the caller was.
So any information out there is speculation about that.
Circulating in the social media rumor mill, theories that the victims were tied and gagged, police stating this is not true. Also, police did not elaborate on the multiple phone calls that Kaylee and Maddie made to a man named Jack.
I've just listened to the official information. I know there's a lot of, as I said, rumors and conspiracies going about, but please just stick to what's being reported from both police and from us at the Argonaut and all the other publications.
Daniel Ramirez is the digital director of the Argonaut, a student-run newspaper at the University of Idaho. He's still trying to process what happened at his own school.
4 of my peers, were murdered in their sleep, and we've mostly just been working on trying to get as much of the information out there that is, factual and true, and I just still haven't processed it.
Meanwhile, communities across Idaho have been holding candlelight vigils, including this one in downtown Idaho Falls on Monday night.
When you've walked the same walk that these victims walked that night, when you've gone to the same places they went to a million times, when you've literally stepped foot in the house that this happened, it's so surreal.
Paying tribute to the victims while still yearning for answers. Police are asking the public if they have any information to call or email their tip line. That number 208-883-7180 or tip line at ci.moscow.id.us. And with students home for Thanksgiving, University of Idaho President C. Scott Green has encouraged professors to accommodate students' wishes, whether that be returning to campus following the holiday or finishing the semester remotely. We will continue to follow this case and we'll bring you the latest information on our website, localnews8.com. Emma Benson, Local News 8, Idaho Falls.
Bears are prevalent in Idaho and Wyoming, so it's always important to make sure you have your wits about you.
Oh, that's right. I talked with Idaho Fish and Game about the best ways to stay safe. It's camping and hiking season, which also means it's bear season.
I am certain there are probably bear encounters that occur almost every day in Idaho.
Fortunately, though, those encounters are mostly peaceful, and we have not had any fatalities in the Gem State. But you always have to be prepared. I talked to James Brower with Idaho Fish and Game about what to do to avoid coming across a bear and what to do in case of an encounter.
The main thing is to make lots of noise. So you don't want to scare a bear, you don't want to surprise them, you want to make them aware of your presence. When they know that you're coming, most of the time they're going to skedaddle and get out of there. They don't want to be near or by us.
Brower suggests hiking in groups, avoiding hiking at dawn or dusk, and always staying alert. And most importantly,
the best thing to have with you at all times is bear spray. Okay, that's the key component, and you want to have it with you. You want to have it readily accessible. I like to carry mine on my hip, and one of the reasons for that is I can use it right there, right where it is. It's about at the bear's eye level. Meant for 2 hands, actually, if you can. So you want to hold it like this, pull that safety catch, and then spray away. Very good. If the bear continues to come at you and they've got that spray in their eyes and their face, they're probably pretty blinded, so you just step to the side, let them run on by. If you come across anybody else on that trail, you want to let them know. So say, hey, just sprayed a bear up there. You may want to, turn around and go the other way.
Don't rely on rhymes you may have learned in grade school, such as, if it's brown, lie down, if it's black, fight back. Brower says that is not accurate. Instead, you need to determine whether it's a predatory attack or a defensive attack.
If it's a predatory attack, no matter what kind of bear it is, you got to fight back because they want you dead, right, in that kind of situation. What happens most of the time is a defensive attack, and that's where a bear is defending a food source or protecting cubs and young, or you've just got in their space, right, so they're protecting their space.
Again, bear spray is your first line of defense in any attack, but in the case of a defensive attack where you do not have bear spray with you, you need to play dead.
You probably heard in the past where we tell people to like lie in the fetal position. It's better to be on your stomach, okay? Completely flat on your stomach, hands behind your neck.
And then you just spread your legs like this and you keep your head down?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you just try to hold still and don't make noise. So before you head out on your next hiking trip, make sure you have a plan.
Just think about it. What am I going to do if I encounter a bear? And if you've already prepared for that and already sort of decided what you're going to do, then you're more likely to do that in the moment.
Get some of this for you to carry on you whenever you're going hiking, camping, whatever. This is bear spray. It will be your first line of defense in case of a bear encounter. All right, thanks so much, James. Reporting here in Idaho Falls, I'm Emma Benson. Yeah, lots of good information there. I don't know about you, but I was always taught growing up that rhyme. If it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. It's not accurate.
True.
So don't think about that, okay? And Brower also says that it is important to remember that bear spray is not like bug spray. Do not put it on yourself. It has the same ingredient as pepper spray. It typically ranges from $30 to $40. I got this at Walmart. You can also buy a training canister like the one we were using to practice with.
All right, great information. Thank you, Emma.